Welcome to Sweethearts or Rivals. I'm Charlotte.
I'm Justin.
What are we talking about today?
Canadian accents. This is our 2015 year in review.
Right.
Our second full year of making board game video content on the YouTubes.
Congratulations.
Thank you. You
High
too.
five.
That's much better than last year's high
I
five.
guess.
So the first thing we're going to talk about is what we wanted to do with this year, as said in our previous year in review.
Right.
Yeah.
Let's see how we measured up to what we thought we were going to do a year ago today. What was the first thing we talked about last year?
One of the first things we talked about was we were going to continue making content. Did we succeed?
We did succeed. We actually increased the amount of videos that we made last year over the previous year.
Yeah. Yeah. And I didn't count videos that we made for other YouTube channels. So we had a couple of videos that were a part of Watch It Played. We had a video that was in response to one of Joel Eddy's drive-through review blogs.
Right.
So not counting those, just videos for our channel.
Right. We made last year 149 videos.
Yeah.
How many videos did we make the previous year?
108.
So we increased it, which is excellent.
Yep.
By like 40 videos. It's quite a few.
Yeah. Sounds good. Part of that might have been we had changed our format.
Oh, yes, we did.
Yeah.
Because the previous year, all our reviews were one video.
Yeah. So we had overview, a little bit of playthrough, and a review in one video.
But last year we changed it to an overview video, a full playthrough of the whole game, and then a review as well.
Yep. So that might have helped our stats there a little bit.
A little bit. Yeah, it probably did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. One of the other things that we were going to do was we were going to go back to Twitch and do more Twitch live events.
Yes. And in the first half of the year, we succeeded doing that.
Yeah.
But then all of a sudden, one day, our computer died.
Yeah.
And we had to get a new computer.
A better, stronger, faster computer.
Yes, so we thought
That's
the
what we thought,
statistics on the computer were much better than the statistics on the old computer.
Yep.
So why has our Twitch decreased in the second half of the year?
Well, for some reason, now that, and I can't figure out why, because our Twitch settings are pretty much the same as they were before, but the computer can't handle live streaming and recording at the same time.
Right.
And you can no longer go into Twitch and say, just import that into YouTube. You have to download stuff, and the quality is not very good when you download
Right.
it.
And we thought that whatever you Twitch would be archived forever.
Yeah.
It's not.
No.
They delete it after, I don't know how,
Yeah.
not that long.
Yeah.
So we do have to record and upload at the same time if we want to save the videos and actually have them on our channel.
Yeah.
So
the quality isn't very good. It's the sync between the video and the sound is sometimes off. Sometimes the video is skips, so it's dropping a lot of frames. And if we just record, we're fine. And if we just Twitch, we're fine. But if we're trying to do both at the same time, I think it's just the computer can't handle it. It's too much.
But we will investigate it a little bit more to see if we can figure it out for sure. And if anyone has any experience or suggestions, let us know.
Yep.
But until we figure it out, we'll just do our playthroughs and then put them on YouTube for now.
Yeah.
But we'll keep our Twitch channel if in the future we can figure out how to fix it.
Yep. Right on. Another thing we were going to do was we were going to do a series of compare and contrast videos.
Yes, we were going to.
Yep.
We did, what, 2 of them? Or 3?
2 or 3.
4 maybe. I'm not sure how many. We did a few.
Yeah. I know that we compared and contrasted Castaways with Robinson Crusoe.
Yes, that was one of the ones that really got us a lot of comments this year.
A lot of comments on that one.
Yeah.
We compared and contrasted King of New York and King of Tokyo.
Yes.
And I believe we compared and contrasted Fairy Tale and Sushi Go.
Sushi Go.
Yeah.
Those are the ones I can remember.
Yeah.
So 3 for sure.
Yeah, there might have been some more. And I think one of the big compare and contrast that people really wanted us to do that we thought would be good was if we compared and contrasted Agricola and Caverna.
Yes. We haven't got to that yet because those are both monstrous games.
Yeah.
We're planning on doing something with both of those 2 games in the future.
Yep.
We don't feel comfortable enough with them yet to actually speak with some authority about them.
Yeah, exactly. So for us to do that is we have to do a full overview playthrough review of one game, then the full overview playthrough review of the second game, and then a 7th video on the compare and contrast. And to really kind of keep your thoughts fresh, you have to do that all at once. Yes.
And if it's a game that you're not, 100%, like you haven't played it a ton, you also have to get all those plays in before you even do any of those videos.
Yeah.
Which sometimes can be a little bit feeling like work if you're not in love with the game that you're actually going to compare and contrast in the video.
Yeah. So I think that's why we didn't get as many as we thought we could.
Right.
Yeah.
And also our work schedules kind of don't match up either.
It's true.
You don't have a lot of days off anymore.
No. I work a lot. That's okay. And then the big thing that we were going to do this year was we were going to do our Epic Quest, the top 10 games of BGG as of January of 2015. We were going to play them all, and we were going to shoot these big videos about them, why they're on that list, what we thought of them, that kind of thing. Did we do that?
Achievement not unlocked.
No. We have played most of the games on that list. I think there's only 2 games that we have not played on that list.
Right, from a year ago.
Yeah. It started off as this grand epic quest with us and friends. We were going to play each game together a couple of times. We were going to sit down together and film us talking about it. And then every single game on that list was going to have its own video of us and friends talking in depth and exploring the whys that this game is so good. Yeah. That fell by the wayside simply because us and our friends, we don't get to game as much together as we'd like. Certainly not enough to do this.
Not enough to do this quest,
yeah.
No.
So we have managed on our own to play almost all of the games. Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's just a couple of games on that list that there's not a very strong drive in me to go out and play.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if you're not going to read the rule book, well, I'm not going to read the rule book, let's face it. So, I play what he reads the rule books for.
Now, one of them was Eclipse.
Yeah.
And we have a friend who owns Eclipse and could run the game for us.
True.
Which would be nice.
But we need to set it up. That's an epic game.
Yeah.
You need to set aside like a whole day, I think, to play that one.
Yeah.
Especially if we're going to play it with friends.
Yeah.
Yeah, so...
And I think the reason why I haven't really... Because that's awesome. Like, we could call her up, we could have her come over, we could have a couple friends come over, and they would be all totally okay with that. But if I'm going to have a game day with a bunch of friends come over, mm-hmm. I always want to play shorter games so I can have more gaming experiences with them. Mm-hmm. And so...
That brings up a whole nother topic, actually.
Yeah.
It's like another thing we were planning on doing in the year that we didn't discuss in our video last year, but our waxing philosophical topics.
Yeah.
That would be a good topic for waxing philosophical.
Yeah.
One big epic game for a game day versus 7 smaller games.
Yeah.
Which do you feel gives you a better game? Anyway, those are the type of things we were rolling around in our heads this year. But.
Yeah, and never got to.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, those are all the things that we were hoping to do over the 2015 year.
Right.
Some of which we did, and some of which we didn't.
Right.
Which is okay.
So what did we end up doing for the year? Like, how do you feel we did with our channel for 2015?
I think we did good.
I'm fairly happy with it.
Yep.
There were a few times when I wanted to film more videos, but just for whatever reasons, time or whatever, we just couldn't fit in to shoot.
Yeah.
Which I found a little frustrating, but...
Yeah.
I mean, you can only do what you can do.
Yeah. It was very interesting because over the past year and a half, as we've gotten more and more into doing videos, being media creators, or whatever you want to call it, YouTube sensations. No, definitely not that. No. But as we get more into that, the people that we watch have gotten into Kickstarters and money and having their backers like not dictate, but kind of have a hand in what they do. Put their
input into what they create, yeah.
And so a lot of the media creators that we really enjoy have kind of taken this really good hobby and turned it into a full-time job.
Right.
And to be perfectly honest, I find that the quality of content they're putting out drops because of that.
I would say it's changed.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's definitely changed.
Yeah.
The content.
And that's true. Some people might enjoy what they're doing better.
Right.
For me, it's just I don't enjoy watching them as much as I used to.
Well, it's fun to watch people having fun.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
It's not fun to watch people work.
Yeah.
So.
Exactly.
I don't know. Take it with a grain of salt with whatever you think.
So, I think what we did this year, why we didn't like complete some of the things that let's do this, this, and this, is because when we started to, it immediately became work.
Yeah, and I think we were trying to keep up
Yeah.
with the Joneses kind of thing, maybe?
Kind of, yeah. Like, oh, they're all doing all these different things. We need to do some different things. Or we could just do what we have fun doing. And I think that's why we didn't get some of this stuff done, because we just, when it came time to shoot video, we just naturally gravitated toward, well, we could do that and that because we have it planned, or, hey, let's do this because it'll be fun.
Right.
And so we did that because it was fun.
Yeah. And it's true, like, when you're having fun, I can be more natural on camera.
Yeah.
Because it's actually really hard to talk to a camera and put yourself out there, for me.
Yeah.
I find it really difficult.
Yeah.
But when you're immersed in something that you're enjoying so much, you forget the camera's even there.
It's true.
Like, you do talk to the camera, but it's not the camera anymore. It's just, oh yeah, I'm making a video. I gotta say something to someone watching. Hey.
Yeah, hey. So I think, for what we did over the year, I think what we did was we stuck mostly to having as much fun as possible.
Right. It's your comfort zone, really.
Yeah.
Yeah. But we do have plans for 2016.
Yes.
And we did do a couple of new things for 2015, too.
Like what?
We have a podcast now.
We have a podcast. And it's on iTunes.
It just got on iTunes.
Yep.
We had a few little stumbles there because of the I don't know what the people are called where you upload them to.
Yeah.
The service providers.
The host.
Okay. Yeah.
Somebody to host the actual file so people can listen to it.
Right.
And we went on this really, really good one, but it only hosts up to 3 hours, and then you have to pay, like, I think it's $16 a month.
Right.
Or something crazy like that.
I mean, which doesn't sound like a lot of money, but we'd rather use that money to buy more games.
Yeah.
Like, seriously.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
then we had to stumble around and try to find another host.
Which we did.
And we didn't go on iTunes right away because we wanted to have enough content before we got on iTunes to make, like, oh, these guys, they have content. Let's listen to them.
Yep.
Like, not, oh, they have one podcast.
Yeah.
Skip.
So, we now have quite a few episodes because we took our top 50 and we turned those into audio files as well. So those are part of the podcast. We have quite a few podcasts. It's on iTunes. It's on our blog. So you can always go to our blog and the files are right there that you can listen to. So that's kind of cool. And
we can upload now, one a month?
Yes, one a month.
That's our allotment for the hosts that we have right now.
Yep. Because it's free.
Yeah. So we'll keep doing those, and hopefully we will get them out once a month. Usually they'll probably come, like, I don't know, the first part of the month, but it will be like for the month before we'll talk about, kind of thing, right?
Yeah. Yep.
So it's a little different than probably some of the other podcasts out there.
It's okay.
It's not our main thing, but I have fun doing it because I feel like you can be more honest on a podcast.
Really?
No one's looking at you. They're not judging, like, you.
Okay.
Just what I say.
Just your voice.
It's different.
Okay.
Yeah.
It is neat. We also changed our format again. A little bit.
We did a little bit.
We were spending a lot of time on the overview video. Mm-hmm. And because I'm the one who reads the rule books, and we do tend to make mistakes here and there.
Yeah, sometimes a few.
Yeah. There was a lot of pressure to like reread the rule books, read the rule books again, do some more research on the rule books, and get ready to do an overview, and they were dry and not very fun.
Right. Yeah, so when we looked at the views compared to, say, the playthrough or the review, it wasn't as many.
Yeah.
So we thought, well, there are people obviously that like them because there's people watching them.
Yep.
But because we were making so many mistakes in them, it's not like you could go to our overview and say, let's learn how to play this game. Yeah. Because all of a sudden we would get a few comments that would say, oh, you have these 2 rules wrong.
Yeah.
Well, now I feel like my overview is invalid because we missed that in the rule book or whatever it was. Yeah. For whatever. Misunderstood even a sentence.
Misinterpreted.
Right. Yeah. So, I don't know. And we've never really claimed to be rules gurus or anything like that.
No, not at all.
We just play the games as best we can, and we have fun playing the games. That's why we play games, to have fun.
Yeah. The other thing, too, is whenever we're playing a game, I learn a game and kind of play the game intuitively. So it's for me to have everything set up and say, rule number 1 is this. Rule number 2 is this. It's not natural, it's not intuitive, but to play the game and say, this is how a round works, and to show, and this over here, yeah, this is what this means, like, to kind of show you how the game works as you're playing it.
Yeah, we're better at actually doing that while we're playing the game.
Yeah. So I found myself in the playthroughs not doing that because we've already covered that in the overview. But in the overview, I found myself wanting to do that. So we figured, why not just get rid of the overview and combined the overview and the playthrough together. Right. So now our playthrough video is a little bit of an overview. This is how you play. And then as we play, we are teaching you how to play.
Which we were really doing anyway, almost, in the playthrough anyway. Yeah. So it cut out a little bit of the editing time for us, which makes us be able to do more playthroughs and reviews. Yeah.
Plus, while we're playing the game and having fun, and then everything comes a lot more naturally. Right. Which I enjoy a lot better. So I'm not missing the overview video at all.
Yeah. So I think we're pretty much going to stick with the new format for now, even though there's been 2 requests for us to go back to overviews.
Yeah, unless there's a lot of people that comment overview. I don't see it coming back. Right. Yeah, I'm enjoying the new format much better. All right, so what are some other cool things that happened with our channel this year?
Well, we got to be featured on a local television show for Nova Scotia. Yeah. Which was awesome.
That was kind of neat. Eastlink magazine is a show that's on the Eastlink channel. And it features stories about local people doing cool stuff. And we have a big convention in Halifax, Nova Scotia called HalCon. And they were doing a series of shows on HalCon, and our story managed to grab some people's attention. And so Eastlink TV showed up at our house, filmed for about 2 hours, and turned all of that into a 3-minute story. Right. Which was actually pretty cool. Yeah. Yeah. The only thing that is kind of a bummer about the whole thing is none of their stuff goes online. No. So there's no way I can show you what that was, and the only way you can see it is if you have Eastlink TV. Right. Yeah. Which is kind of a bummer. Yeah. But still, it was neat. So we got an email, and on the last week of December of 2015 on Eastlink TV, they did a best of the year in Eastlink magazine, and our
segment.
Thank you. Our segment was re-aired as part of that, which is awesome.
It's very exciting.
Yeah, it was cool.
Yeah, I was very nervous. I don't know why. Well, the camera's like 100 times bigger than the camera we have to look at when we're doing these videos, so that's different.
And this camera right here There's nobody behind it.
No, it's just me and you down here.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Because we've said this before. I am extremely shy. Like, extremely shy. I can talk to you guys because you're in the camera.
Yeah.
But if there were like 100 of you behind the camera staring at me and I was talking to you,
no.
That's what you would get. Like, I would have no words.
The thing that I found most interesting about the whole experience was when we were being interviewed, the guy who was interviewing us was asking us about, what we had planned or what was our motivation for putting our videos on YouTube and kind of putting ourselves out there. And he had a really difficult time wrapping his mind around the fact that we don't want to make money. We don't want to.
Well, I wouldn't mind if we made money from
No,
this.
but that's not the motivation.
It's not the focus.
No.
But it would be cool.
Exactly. We're not looking for fame. We're not looking to have this become our job. We're not looking for any of that kind of stuff that might motivate other people to become YouTube.
Right.
Personalities or whatever it is. We just do it because it's fun, but we're introverts. So it's just fun to do this and then have it out there. He had a really difficult time wrapping his mind around that.
I just had an epiphany. Yes, we're introverts.
Yes.
But this is such a passion for me. And as an introvert, to have something so exciting to talk about and actually know what you want to say.
Yes.
And like to have something that you feel important to you might be important to someone else. That's what motivates me.
Yeah, absolutely. And if we get fame and money, that's cool too,
That's okay.
but definitely not the motivation.
No.
We wouldn't say no to it. So shower us with money and fame. No, I'm just kidding.
You're so silly.
Yeah. But it was funny. I found it amusing that he kept coming back to those questions, like he didn't believe us. I think he did, but it was funny.
Yeah.
So that was interesting. What else?
Well, this is the flip side of that coin. Because we did a video response to Joel Eddy Drive-Thru Review, and it was about women in gaming.
Yeah.
And I felt the need to respond because, like, I'm a woman and I like game and stuff.
Yep.
So I had stuff to say about it. And so we did this little video and we posted it up. And I don't even know, like, did we link it to him or... He found it anyway.
Yeah, no, we sent him like we posted a comment in his video saying...
with a link to our video.
Yeah, here's a link to ours. Yeah. This is our response. And then he watched it and commented and really enjoyed it and said we had some really good stories. And then basically, because Joel Eddy has a much, much bigger following than we do.
Yes.
And he just like tweeted it out to everyone saying, oh, look what these guys did.
I almost fainted from like... Because like he's one of the...
Joel Eddy's talking to us.
Yeah. Because he's one of the top, I find, in my opinion, he's one of my favorites to watch.
Yeah.
And for him to like take notice of like our little video, like I almost, like I said, passed out from like stars in my eyes kind of thing.
And we can say hi to Joel because he subscribes to our channel now.
What?
You didn't know that?
No.
Oh yeah, he subscribes to our channel. He watches us all the time. I don't know if he actually does that.
Hi, Joel.
But he's one of our subscribers.
Oh man, now I'm like hot. Whew. We're gonna have to cut.
So, that was all interesting. We were involved in a whole lot more math trades.
Yeah.
A whole lot more game trading, stuff like that, which was kind of cool. Yeah, and lots of fun. Our taste in games has evolved and changed. Yeah, which is very cool. And I think that's just going to continue happening with any gamer who plays a lot of games.
Yeah, that would be normal.
Yeah. Anything else before we move on to our last topic?
I think, what's our last topic?
What we want to do next year.
Oh, yeah. What do we want to do next year?
What do we want to do next year? Keep making content.
Yes. That's the same. We had that same for last year, yeah?
Yep.
Yeah, that's a good goal to have.
Yeah. Instead of doing Twitch until we get that figured out, we're going to do just playthroughs.
Yeah, and we'll have a new screen or a new cover page for it in a different color just to play through.
Yep. We're not abandoning the Epic Quest.
No, we're not going to abandon it. This is my plan for it. We're going to still do the Epic Quest from last year.
Yep.
Even though it's a little late. Sorry.
And it's changed.
Yeah.
The top 10.
But we're going to do the top 10 from the date we said last year, which was like January or the whatever, 2015.
Yep.
So we'll do that video. We're just going to talk a few things about like kind of about the game a little bit and why we think it's on the top 10.
Yeah.
And then we'll do another video and we'll do the top 10 of right now, this January 2016, and compare the two top 10s. Talk about some of the games that moved up and down on the list, why we think that might have happened.
Yep.
And there's a couple of new games on the list as well. So.
Yeah. So instead of doing like this big video for each of them, we're just going to do one video where we talk briefly about each game.
Yeah, didn't I just say that?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Sort of. Cool. So that because we're making it like, yes, it's the Epic Quest to play the top 10 games, but the work involved after we play the games isn't so epic. It'll be more fun.
Right.
And so we'll get it done.
And then achievement unlocked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Kind of coming out of that, where we're just going to kind of briefly talk about each of the games, we're going to be starting a series of videos here and there called Impressions.
So it's kind of like a non-review.
Yeah.
It would be like kind of a review, but it would be about a game that we necessarily didn't have the confidence to review it.
Yeah.
Or the authority to review it. But we still had stuff we wanted to say about it.
Yeah. So we played a game a couple of times instead of a bunch of times. And then, well, here's my impression of the game.
Right.
It's also going to be good for those games where we play them a couple of times and it's like, okay, this game
isn't for us.
Yeah, isn't for us and is going to require many more playthroughs before we are confident in sharing our opinion review of it. And we can either say, well, we're just not going to do that game anymore, or we can give our impressions.
Right.
Yeah. So we're going to have some impression videos, and Charlotte's put together a very nice thumbnail screen for that as well. Yep.
And then, like we talked about the waxing philosophicals,
yeah,
I still want to do those because there's some gaming topics that I do want to wax philosophical about, like perhaps women in gaming.
Yeah.
I do have, there was another thing that I wish I would have said on the other video that I made. So maybe we'll do a more in-depth video because that one was like only 1 or 2 minutes.
And kind of picking up on why it would be good to get into that as well is because last year there was a lot of that happening on Watch It Played's channel. And then he got so busy that he just stopped doing those.
Right.
So because there's no more table talk, maybe we can kind of not take that over, but
I don't think Rodney's abandoned the table talk.
No, just hasn't had time to do it.
Right. So another thing with the waxing philosophicals, we might be able to incorporate them either into the podcast, or do them as videos. So I'm not sure where they're going to show up.
Yeah.
But they'll be somewhere.
Yep. Yeah. Right on. Anything else?
I don't know. What about you?
More and more content. Just keep playing games. Yeah, that's it.
Games for everyone.
Yeah. Of course, if there is anything you'd like to see us do in the new year, anything you'd like to see change in our format, our videos, what we're playing, anything like that, throw a comment below. And what we're going to do is we're going to look at it, and we're going to seriously consider it, and then we're going to judge it based on, is this going to be fun or work? And if it's fun, it might happen. Right?
Okay.
I think that's it.
Okay.
All right. So we'll see you in the new year.
Thanks for watching.
Thanks.
We'll see you in the next video.
Later. So the first thing we were talking about was we were going to keep making content, and someone's attacking my slipper. Why are you attacking my slipper?
Candy.
She's never done that before, so of course right now is when she's going to start. Here's a blooper.
Awesome.